It's not only us that's being hit by a virus. Seabirds in the Western Cape are also getting sick in their numbers. Officials found nearly 1,600 dead birds on Dyer Island over the weekend. As the latest bout of avian influenza takes hold, cleanup operations are now underway. Western Cape Government spokesperson James-Brent Styan joins us live now via Zoom to give us an update. Thank you so much for your time. Which areas have been hardest hit by this bird flu?
Hi, good morning. The hotspots appear to be on the west coast between the areas of Veldrif and Arniston, and then Dyer Island, which is on the other side. It's on the other side of Cape Town, to give you an idea, closer to Gans Bay, which certainly appears to be our main hotspot at the moment, Dyer Island. So at the moment, over the weekend, about 700 birds per day are being picked up. These are wild seabirds. These are endangered birds, rare birds, so it's obviously a major concern for us.
How did the cleanup operations go this weekend? I know they were scheduled to go ahead to make sure that we got rid of the dead birds. How did that go? And is there a risk of the virus spreading inland and affecting, say, poultry farming?
There's always that risk, which is one that we are desperately trying to prevent. The one thing is that wild birds can fly around anyway, so that's a risk that we can't really manage. But we are trying to keep the cordon as tight as we can. Cleanup operations went well. We've got lots of partners helping out. Everybody mobilized last week very quickly when the numbers started spiking through the roof. We started seeing lots of dead birds. So the partners came on board, including SANCOB, the Foundation for the Conservation of Coastal Birds, who have been doing a remarkable job. The SPCA is on board. All the municipalities are sending teams to assist. We've identified sites for the disposal of the carcasses. So, you know, we're doing what we can. The only thing we can do is to clean up quickly, to remove dead birds. It does appear that this latest outbreak has to do with the breeding season. So that's the problem. So in the breeding colonies, the birds are now at the breeding season getting closer to one another and infecting one another with this disease, which is incurable and not preventable. So we have to just clean up as quickly as we can.
On the subject of cleaning up quickly, there were reports that government was told a month ago that there were dead birds that were starting to appear and that they acted slowly.
No, we were aware since May. In May, the first birds with this strain of this virus were detected. One or two isolated incidents. And then following May, a few more isolated incidents of a handful of birds here and there detected with the strain of this virus. Only in the last week did we find big piles of dead birds as the breeding season arrived. As indicated, you know, this is a disease that's not preventable, it's not curable. We can only respond once we see an area that's hit, and then we can only respond as quickly and as thoroughly as we can, which is what we've been doing.
What's the risk to humans of transfer of the virus to humans?
There's no evidence that there's a real risk to humans at all, so people shouldn't be concerned that they're going to be, get infected. We do urge people to stay away from sick birds showing unusual behavior. So if wild birds appear to be very tame, if they're not flying away when you're approaching them, they might very likely be infected. We are asking people to not touch these birds, even if you want to take them to a vet. You're going to be infecting other birds. You're going to be spreading this virus. It's critical to rather contact your municipality or your environmental authority or even your local vet. But please don't touch any of the dead birds and don't touch any sick birds. And yeah, I mean, we need the assistance. Some areas where we might not have detected dead or sick birds before. So in other words, inland, if someone sees a dead or a weird bird doing funny things, please let us know. So it's critical to respond as quickly as we can to every one of the spots where birds might have fallen ill.
All right. Well, thank you so much for your time. Crucial that people leave those birds alone. You might think you're offering a helping hand, but you could make the situation worse. Thank you so much. Western Cape Government spokesperson James-Brent Styan speaking about an outbreak of bird flu.